That's the trick.
So, welcome everybody to our Heal Your Gut webinar. This is today presented by the Frequency Soul Collective in collaboration with Wow Wellness. My name is Beck McQuilty. I am a kinesiologist and holistic practitioner with qualifications in holistic counseling, bioresonance therapy, and I am also a clairvoyant psychic. So, I hope that you enjoy today's call. I'm going to be joined today by the beautiful Dr. Sheila Day, and we want to share with you today a lot of information, not only about the gut, but also to aging in general and what we can do to be helping ourselves and our bodies moving forward in these future years. So I'll introduce you now to Dr. Sheila. Dr. Sheila is a proud mama of 4 amazing adult children and a glam ma to 5 precious glam babies, and 5 ornery glam pups, probably even more now, goodness knows. She is the top leader of a network marketing industry and a passionate advocate for holistic health and wellness. As a board certified naturopathic doctor, functional blood work specialist, prophylaxis practitioner, and holistic cancer coach, she merges natural healing methods with cutting-edge health technologies. She is a certified sound therapy, aromatherapy, color therapy, raindrop therapy, frequency medicine, and nutritional kinesiology. Dr. Sheila provides a comprehensive, integrative approach that empowers individuals to take control of their own health. Through her innovative solutions and successful network marketing business, she guides people to achieve self-empowerment in both health and wealth, helping them live younger, longer, and financially free. So we welcome Dr. Sheila to the call today. Welcome, welcome.
Yay! This is
All the
so
way,
exciting.
yes, all the way from the United States. And we've got lots of people coming in from all over the world. So we welcome everybody here today to join us in this incredible call. So we're going to get started. We're going to cap it at about an hour today. So we promise we won't keep you too long, but we are going to educate so much on what's going on in the world in regards to our health, but also it's not just about what's happening in your body, but it's also finding those solutions to be able to help yourself. Because if there's one thing I do know, is that if you do not help your own health and well-being, nobody else can do it for you. And I will share my story with you because this is something that I am extremely passionate about, is all about gut health. So when I was 16, let's start there. I was diagnosed with many, many different things. Sorry, I'm just going to go back a slide. There we go. Many different things. They didn't actually know what was wrong with me. I was very short of breath all of the time. I couldn't breathe. I had every test under the sun for asthma. I was in hospital regularly. They gave me a puffer, even though I was not diagnosed with asthma, and many other things. And it wasn't until I turned 20, so 4 years later, I was diagnosed with chronic anxiety. And I suffered, and I say suffered because I did, for well over 20 years with chronic anxiety. And for the first part of that journey, I was on antidepressants. I was at the doctor very regularly because I couldn't breathe. I was at the hospital. And it wasn't until I decided to take the power of my own health back because nobody else was helping me. And not through the lack of trying, but I also feel like doctors only know what they know. Specialists only know what they know, and none of what they were recommending was actually helping me. Little did I know back then that it was directly linked to my gut health. And at the age of 21, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, an inflammatory bowel disease that is extremely debilitating, and they say there is no cure for. You'll just be on medication for the rest of your life, immune suppressants, so that your Crohn's disease will be great. But many years later, I remember being on all of these drugs and going to the doctor, and I had every itis under the sun. I had conjunctivitis, laryngitis, tonsillitis, and bronchitis. Not only did they give me antibiotics, which I'm sure Dr. Sheila can can testify to how bad that is for your gut biome, But they gave me another prescription for another drug. And it was when they did that that I walked out, I threw that prescription in the bin, and I chose and declared to myself that day that I would take back control of my health. And it took me a lot. It took me a lot of different products and a lot of different trial and error to find what worked for me. But approximately 6 or 7 years ago, I went into hospital for my annual test, my with the gastroenterologist, colonoscopy, endoscopy, only to be told when I came out that I was not only not in only in remission, but there was absolutely no sign of the dis-ease in my body at all. And I have been Crohn's free ever since with no symptoms. And I want to share with you today what that looks like because it is life-changing. And it's not until you attend a webinar like this that you can actually look at and realize how many of these problems that we have, whether they be health, in the physical term or in our mental health, that they are directly linked to your gut. So digestive issues, of course, bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, and heartburn, etc. Fatigue, how many times do you just feel sluggish? Skin problems, acne, eczema, rashes, and other skin irritations. My daughter, when she was a baby, received a vaccine injury, and the fallout of that was actually all around her gut health. She had severe eczema. And again, this is what led me on the journey, not only for myself, but for my beautiful little girl as well. Food sensitivities, unintended weight changes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to share with you my testimony about weight release. It's been amazing. Mood swings, like I talk about, anxiety, depression, irritability, frequent infections, so your immune system, cravings, brain fog, and much more. So, if you can resonate, if you're live on the call today, if you can resonate with any of those things, please drop a me in the chat because the first thing is actually acknowledging that these things are going on in your body. So, here are some symptoms of leaky gut. We've talked about most of them really already, but also too, one of the main things that I experienced, as I've just shared with you, is the autoimmune condition, because Crohn's disease is an autoimmune disease, and that included massive amounts of inflammation, which also then resulted in joint pain and much more. So, leaky gut can be influenced by factors like poor diet, chronic stress, overuse of antibiotics, excessive alcohol intake, and much more. That's not the only things, but that's just a few examples. Healing the gut typically involves improving diet, reducing the inflammation, and restoring the gut bacteria balance. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I also wanted to include in here specifically for women in that perimenopausal, menopausal, and postmenopausal stage of their life, because I don't think a lot of us as women understand the connection between the hormone balance and our gut health. So estrogen metabolism, the gut is crucial for metabolizing estrogen. To be honest, until a few years ago, I didn't even know that. And the gut biome, the diversity of the gut bacteria can shift due to hormonal changes. So we really need to be onto our gut health to stabilize not only our gut, but also our hormone changes as well. Digestive changes. So we do end up with slower digestion, as we know. So we need to be able to help that along. And increased sensitivity. So many women noticed increased food sensitivities or gastrointestinal discomfort during perimenopause and menopause particularly. And it's all related to that gut function. Inflammation. Well, we all know that inflammation is massive during these times of our lives, and it is essential that we reduce that inflammation within the body. Well, mood and brain function. For those of you who are either ready to go through it, going through it, or on the other side of it, as women or even as men that have wives or daughters or partners that may have been privy to this, you will know that the gut-brain connection plays a key role in emotional health, and an unhealthy gut can lead to imbalances in neurotransmitters like serotonin, which is largely and predominantly produced in the gut, which does contribute to mood swings, anxiety, depression, and more. All health, mental health conditions are affected in that way. Weight management. This is one that's really, really big for women during these times. Struggle with weight gain, particularly around that, visceral area. So being able to shift that. I know that as women, when they're headed into that era, they think that calorie deficit and all the things they did in their 20s and 30s they can go into and do this again and have the same result. Well, for those of you who have tried will know that that is 100% not the case. There are a lot of changes that you do need to make, and one of them is specifically around looking after your gut. And bone health. Gut health is essential for absorbing nutrients like calcium and vitamin D. You need to be able to absorb the nutrition that you're actually putting into your body. So if you've got poor gut health and you're taking a bunch of supplements, the chances are you're not even absorbing those if your gut health is not on track. So, Dr. Sheila, I'm going to hand it over to you now to introduce so we know the problem. Please tell us what the solution is.
I am so excited about Solx bringing us these amazing solutions. I refer to these as high frequency situation solutions
I love
because I personally, supplements are my business. Because first of all, I'm looking for the very best for myself and the very best for my family, which trickles into my clinic. So my patients have the very best. I research lots of lines. I've used lots of lines. And when Solx launched this line, I about came out of my chair. I've never seen anything done like what Solx just did. And I want to put a little pin in for the whole menopause. I can tell you that that is an experience that we are programmed to go through. So it should not be that life altering that it just completely disrupts our life. This is a natural process. If we take care of this body the way that it needs us to, we will sail right through that process. But we've got to give the body what it needs and stop giving it what it doesn't need. Now, a lot of the contributing factors are, I know here in the United States, we have a food chain that's been completely destroyed. We
Yeah.
cannot get the proper foods. And even the foods we do get that might be organic, they're genetically modified. So they're missing most of the nutrients that our bodies need. We're also battling glyphosate, which is one of the biggest disruptors of the tight junctions in the gut, which contributes to leaky gut. Now you've got proteins leaking out into the blood system and just so many things coming at us. Vaccines is another thing that we have noticed that can cause a lot of disruption with the gut and messaging centers. The enzymes are not in our foods like they used to be. So we're not breaking down our foods like we used to. That creates a whole host of problems because then with that leaky stuff, we've got proteins floating out in the bloodstream that should not be in there, and it disrupts hormones. It disrupts all the different communication pathways. 80% of your immune system is in your gut, and your gut is directly related to your brain. So that would make sense why we're having all of these crazy health issues. Mental health is off the charts. So we've got to get down to taking care of the base, the foundation. And I love what you said, Beck, about the fact that a lot of people are taking great supplements. They're trying to eat well, but their guts are imbalanced, and they're probably they're throwing a lot of money in the toilet because they're not able to utilize what they're paying for and taking. So that is
It's
why I'm so excited about what we have here, because this AO core is a complete foundational reset.
Sheila, it's really interesting that you say that because as you were talking, there was a couple of things that jumped out to me. One about you wanting to jump out of your seat when they launched this. I was the same, and I'll tell you why. And then you just touched on it again, is about, spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars and, half of this stuff going down the toilet because people, don't have that good gut health to be able to have that absorption. For me, even though I have healed my dis-ease in the body, I know that it's not a, oh, I've done that now, I can just move on. I know that I need to maintain good gut health so that I don't have any reoccurrences or new things pop up. And so different companies had different products, and I had sourced the best of every single one of what we have now. And I worked it out the other day, and it was costing me over $350 a month to be able
Yep.
to have the solutions that I needed to maintain
Yes.
integral gut health. So I'm really excited for you to share with us these products. If
Yeah.
we can move to the next slide, there we go.
Good, because I don't have a pointer. Okay. I love Aobiome because this, I can tell you, I've used lots of different probiotics because people have different needs depending on what your history's been, what your environment's been, what you have going on. We have different probiotics for everything, but we often forget about the prebiotics, and postbiotics was actually kind of new to me. So, what if you could have all of the pro, and postbiotics in one formula? So you're not, especially for practitioners. I mean, we've got multiple lines on the shelf because we test this person and they need this one. We test that person, they need this one. What if we've got them all in one capsule? And the thing that I really love is these capsules are so small, my grandbabies can take them.
They are
This is game
small, aren't
changing.
they? Yes.
Yes. Yes. And not only do they have all of the pre, pro, and postbiotics, but a whole host of the the fungals that we need. Um, so this in this community, which outnumbers your body cells, it's crucial for your overall health. The microbiome comprises 6 key areas: digestive. They had a really good slide for this one because people don't think about this. When we think about the microbiome, we're thinking about the gut, but you also have one in your urinary tract, in your eyes, in your respiratory system, your skin, and in your reproductive system. You've got a biome in all of these places. There was a time where I was having a real problem with my eyes, like my eyelids would just stay stuck together and I couldn't open them. They would completely dry out. And I called around all over the place because this went on for months. And I called an eye place and they said, well, you've got probiotics in the eye and you're deficient. So there's a special probiotic that you take to restore that in the vision. Something had happened to my eyes and completely wiped out that part of the biome. So we've got extensive microbiome all throughout our body.
Yeah, that's so interesting. And the thing is too, Dr. Sheila, through obviously my journey of my own, but my daughter as well, we've paid hundreds and hundreds of, if not thousands, of dollars over the years to actually have our gut biome tested to see what bacterias our bodies needed. And it's in the
Yes.
more recent years, though, that I've learned that that changes regularly. So if I was
Yes.
to go to my naturopathic doctor and have the test and they say, okay, this is the strain that you need, but then the next week, based on what I'm consuming, what my gut's doing, the stress, all of the things, that can change. So the fact that Solx has all of what we need in one, I think is massive.
Absolutely.
Did you know that there's
Absolutely.
an invisible force field inside and around your body called the microbiome, with trillions of microbes vital to your health? As we age, the complete human biome and its protective force weakens, leading to low microbial diversity and debilitating conditions such as a slow metabolism, pathogenic bacteria and microbes, and inflammation throughout the body. Unfortunately, our busy schedules and modern diets lack the variety of fermented foods and potency of microbes needed to maintain a healthy microbiome. Even yogurt proves to be not enough for what our bodies need. Introducing Aobiome by Solx, the first clinically designed high-frequency product with pre-pro postbiotics, healthy fungi, and bacteriophages to restore microbial balance and diversity for optimal health and wellness. Aobiome supports digestive health, micronutrient absorption, skin health, the respiratory and immune systems, and a healthy inflammatory response, all in one easy capsule. There is no easy way to get everything that is in Aobiome. An unmatched formula for a fraction of the cost. Don't let an unhealthy microbiome hold you back. Order Aobiome today and restore the balance your body needs.
Did you see that $139 price tag if you would try to outsource all of these things individually? This is amazing what they've done here. It is truly the most comprehensive and effective solution for maintaining a healthy microbiome.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much.
So, how do you take it? You can take one capsule daily with water before a meal. I typically like to take mine before bed because that way it's not affected by anything else. And I feel like that gives my biome time to deal with everything while I'm sleeping. You do it the way that you feel is best for you. Try not to take it around high temperature beverages or foods. And you can expect some possible changes in your stool and digestion as your body's adjusting. But most of your discomfort really should resolve within a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's really interesting. When they announced that at when they first launched the product, I thought, well, that won't happen to me because I've already got my gut health under control. And well, little did I know. So, and I didn't think that my gut health could get better. I just really wanted to maintain it and have it not hit my back pocket as much as what it was to do that. But
Yeah.
I've been so surprised as to how much better. Not so much that my gut feels, to be honest, because it's marginally better, but it was good anyway. It's actually more in other areas of my life, such as my energy, mood, and all of that, that's actually really changed. So I'm really impressed with that.
Yeah, I love that they took this picture and now they this is kind of like our logo now, the high frequency foods.
Yeah.
The future is frequency because what if we learned using the AO scan technology that everything is frequency? Do you realize that the foods that you're eating have a very low vibration, even when you're trying to eat organic, clean, and healthy, because they have destroyed the natural foods that we used to have through genetic modification, through spraying the tar out of them with all kinds of kill the bugs, kill the disease, kill, 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 kill. Well, guess what? They just killed all the living components of those foods that our cells are needing. So the
Mm.
frequency of our foods has depleted, which affects the frequency of our cells. So what I just, I've got some supplement companies that actually do infuse their supplements with like the Safaggio frequencies, but I've never seen it done when they, with them including electrical charging with red light therapy, enhancing the vibrational energy. And the fact that all of our ingredients here are raw, fresh, and minimally processed to
Yeah.
maintain the nutritional integrity.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that.
So these are some of the features that you'll love. This is a large list, and you can read this on your own. I won't read it down for you, but you can also find the slides to each one of these products in your back office in tools, documents, and media. And right at the top is all of the AO Core, and they've got beautiful slide presentations with lots of information. So make sure you utilize those and the new DMK, your digital marketing kit. These are all in there too.
Yeah, and I think for those of you who are on the call today that are not part of our collaborative yet, we will have a recording for this. So please feel free to, education is key when it comes to our health. Please feel free to come back to this and check it out. One of the things I really love about this, Dr. Sheila, is that there are no synthetics and no fillers. I honestly don't believe that people understand how many fillers and synthetics are actually put in supplements.
So, that's a point that people need to understand because this is what I learned early on in my supplement journey was when we have, people want to buy this on Amazon or at Walgreens or GNC. I don't know what you have in Australia or over in Europe, but these are places where people can buy a supplement
Yeah,
cheaper, they think. Well, guess what? That's not real whole food. That's a synthetic version that
yeah,
on piece of paper, the molecules may look similar to the natural molecule and the pharmaceutical molecule, but it's not real. And the body knows that. It knows real from synthetic. The body cannot utilize the synthetic. And another problem is when people are taking synthetic supplements, they can take too much. They can risk a buildup in the system because the body doesn't know what to do with all that pharmacological or chemical synthetic. When you take a natural whole food product, your body uses exactly what it needs and gets rid of the rest with no concerns. Just like the frequencies of our scanner, we can broadcast frequencies all day and not worry about it because the body takes exactly what it needs and gets rid of the rest. No
yeah.
harm.
That's so amazing for sure. Let's talk about
Oh,
cardiometabolic health because this is something that I wasn't very well educated in, but I find it really fascinating. Would you mind sharing a little more around it?
this is a game changer, and everyone needs to be on this product. Not that they don't need to be on all of them, but this right here is a complete game changer. So I kind of link it to green drinks that people take because it is green, but it doesn't taste like the nasty greens that you're used to. But this product right here is so life changing. Did you know that 1 in 3 adults suffers from some kind of cardiometabolic syndrome, which is a dramatic raise in the risk of heart disease, heart failure, stroke, diabetes, and other non cardiovascular issues? It is a cluster of risk factors that, when they occur together, it prevents the body from responding to insulin and it hinders the body's ability to process food into energy efficiently. These risk factors include blood pressure, high blood sugars, excess body fat around the waist, abnormal cholesterol levels. Understanding the root causes and effective solutions for this epidemic is crucial for delaying serious health problems and improving all health and well-being. Well, you know what I love about this is the fact that when people have these kinds of symptomatology, they're going to practitioners, whether, lots of different types of practitioners, and there's lots of different modalities, lots of different protocols. What if now you have something that you can take yourself, not having to spend money going to a practitioner, and it's absolutely safe for you no matter what your condition is? This is good for everybody. Even children can take this. And there's so many children right now that are suffering with cardiometabolic syndromes, metabolic disease, so many of these things because everything oh it just
Yeah.
blows my mind how bad things have gotten, and we have got to be proactive. But we've got a simple solution here. It's just a little scoop of powder. You put it in water, shake it up, and drink it, and complete gut reset. They also say that this can help with hormone imbalances because we know hormones are produced in the gut. When the gut's out of whack, it's not communicating correctly. The hormones aren't going to be working correctly. They're not going to be produced correctly. When we bring in this gut healing, now, of course, your hormones are going to regulate. They're going to come into balance. You're going to feel better. Things are going to work better. That weight now can start coming off because there's communication, mending and repairing.
Hallelujah. Here
Yeah.
I was, and I literally, when I was watching this, and when I was watching the information that was coming through from Solx, I was obviously in the United States at the time, and I'll be honest, I'm very naughty when I come to the US, and I shouldn't be, but I am because
You
just
are.
I am all the naughty foods, and so
And you give
I
me
honestly.
chocolates.
Yes, I know, I love it. And so when I come over there, I know that I'm going to gain weight and I expect it. And I'm like, I know that by the time I get home, I'm probably going to have, I'm not going to lie, put on probably about 5 kilo. But my mindset when I saw this, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to start taking these immediately. Take the, all like the probiotic, the enzymes, everything, and do it properly whilst I'm over there. I honestly, as much as I still did gain weight, Sheila, I only gained 2 kilos. So rather than me coming home and having to lose 5 or 6 kilos, to be able to come home and only have to shift 2 or 3, and it's reducing at a rapid rate. I am absolutely stoked because I didn't realize that it's products like this, and that's what our body needs to be able to shift all of that visceral fat. And, I have had my blood pressure has been a little bit high, and I haven't even understood what cardiometabolic syndrome was. So that was really, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of the contributing factors, nearly 1 in 3 adults are either overweight or pre-diabetic, and 42% of these are classified as obese. Excess weight, particularly around the abdomen, this is a major risk factor. So I need you to understand this is not about appearance. This is about health, because every inch of visceral fat that we gain inside, that is the hardest to break down, and it increases our risks of heart attack, stroke, and diabetes. Less than 5% of people consume the recommended daily intake of raw fruits and vegetables or meeting the fiber requirements of 30 grams. A lack of essential nutrients and fiber contributes to poor metabolic health. Lack of sleep, sleep disruption affects a healthy biome because the body can't digest well. Do you know our bodies are programmed on a clock of all the different systems and when they're supposed to do their jobs? If we aren't sleeping when we need to sleep, there means there's detoxification that's not going on, rejuvenation's not going on, healing cannot be done. We've got to have proper sleep. Exercise, the bodies were made to move. Sedentary lifestyle is one of the top leading causes of death. It exacerbates metabolic syndrome, also affects your lymphatic system because your lymphatic system doesn't even have a pump. It requires you moving to move all of that toxic pathways out. It's kind of like the septic system where all the junk is and you got to flush it out, but you got to move and drink water. Also eating, I mean, oh my goodness, I can't even go to the store. I literally will go hungry for a couple of days before I go to the store because you go in and there's just hardly anything that's real food in there anymore. It's just all processed, packaged, junk, non-food. But that's becoming normal to people now. They don't even realize what they're doing is hurting themselves because their tongue is pleased, but they don't realize what's happening to their bodies.
Yeah, that's so true.
So,
You know that 1 in 3 adults has cardiometabolic syndrome, significantly increasing their risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and other health issues. The 4 key factors that support cardiometabolic health include stabilizing cortisol levels to help reduce stomach fat, maintaining healthy blood pressure levels, balancing total fat levels with healthy cholesterol, and supporting healthy blood glucose. While lifestyle changes are essential, there aren't any solutions on the market that address all 4 of these factors in a single product. Introducing AO Gut by Solx, a high-frequency product clinically developed to address all 4 factors for complete cardiometabolic support. Due to the clinically proven ingredients in AO Gut, it comes with an approved, scientifically authorized health claim, reduces the risk of coronary artery disease. Our unique blend enhances digestion, provides antioxidant protection, and strengthens your immune system. AO Gut delivers unmatched metabolic success. Act now to transform your health and embrace a more vibrant, energetic life.
wow. Did you see how comprehensive this one product is? I've never seen anything like this. I'm so excited that we have this now.
I agree. Absolutely. So here are some of
Yep.
the
So,
ingredients. Yeah.
mhm.
And I love the fiber aspect. I don't think people understand, Dr. Sheila, about how important fiber is in the body to assist the digestive system. I don't think people get enough fiber in their diet. Do you?
Oh, I know they don't. I know they don't. I rarely find people that come into my clinic that have regular bowel movements and regular digestion. It just doesn't happen. It's
Yeah.
hard to find people. Back in my grandparents' day, it was that eat that apple a day. Well, you can eat an apple today, but it's not the same apple we ate back then.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
impossible to get out of our foods what we need. The spirulina algae extract and the blue and green powder, oh my goodness, these are amazing. That was actually a single product that I used to use quite a bit in the clinic, but having it in here with chlorella and spinach and broccoli and kale and all of the other things that were on that screen before, this is comprehensive. If you guys can understand, like they said in the video, I've never seen a company that addresses all of these systems in one product. This is just revolutionary.
Yeah. And can I ask you a question just around this is what if somebody has a sensitivity to oxalates? Is this product safe for them?
Yeah, so what I remember them talking about at DOD is it should actually be um, gentle on their gut because of the way that they have broken this down. It should be gentle.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
I've got goosebumps as you say that because I know that I'm sensitive to oxalates as well, and some people don't even know what
Yep.
oxalates are. Can you explain
Right.
real quick what they are?
I am not an expert in oxalates. That's just not been an area of mine that I've really needed to have much focus.
That's okay, but as long as we know is it's safe, that's what's really important. One thing that Dr. Sheila that I had in my gut protocol through the healing of my Crohn's disease and continued on with is aloe vera because I know how soothing aloe vera is to the digestive tract. So I
Yep.
love that we have ingredients like aloe vera and ginger and peppermint leaf and licorice root. I feel like these are really important for our gut biome. Do you agree?
I absolutely agree. And what I love, I love it that people are out there, they're doing their research, they're Googling everything, and they are trying their best because they know they're not getting answers out there. So they find, oh, grapeseed oil promotes healthy platelet function and maintains a balanced stomach flora. I'm going to start taking grapeseed.
Yeah.
Okay. And this literally, when people come into my clinic, it blows my mind because they bring me these big boxes and bags of all these individual things they've been taking. And
Yeah.
I'm like, uh, I couldn't, I mean, I get sick just looking at all that because I can't take all that stuff. And
Yeah.
how much money are they spending? And then you look at the sources and I'm like, they don't understand sourcing either. They think they're
Yes.
buying a product and it's going to help them because somebody said this is great for that. It's like, what if you had a product you could absolutely trust that is nothing but high frequency whole foods, real original God medicine,
Yep. Totally.
all in one product?
And that's the thing these days. We all live busy lifestyles. It has to be easy. And
It
like my
does.
daughter, like you were talking about the gut product before with children. My daughter loves to have a smoothie. She makes herself a smoothie with fresh organic berries and all of the things. She just throws a scoop full of the greens in there of the gut product and absolutely loves it. Her only complaint is that then her smoothie is not pink. It changes it to
Right.
green,
Exactly.
but it's so good for her and she knows that. So,
Yes.
and as we said before, one simple scoop a day, you could just mix it into water. For her, she mixes it into her smoothie. But it's super easy. For me, I'm not going to lie. I used to break my fast with, fasting we know is so good for perimenopausal and menopausal women. I love the audiobook Fast Like a Girl by Mindy Pelz. I've tried to follow that as much as I possibly can. But I'm not going to lie, I used to break my fast with a milk coffee. And I know that's super naughty, so don't get at me for that. But but now I break it with the gut product because I know how soothing and beautiful and nurturing it is to my body. And that's what I want.
Yeah.
I think that, we need to be looking after self first. And I know that when I saw this product, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I can be breaking my fast with. So I love that.
Yeah.
And high
And if you could
frequency
back up
supplement.
for just a
Yeah.
moment,
Yeah,
back up for
sure.
just a moment. Sorry. So I personally don't like the 16 ounces.
Okay.
It's too much for me. And I like to put my youth in there because it makes the flavor so much better. But
Right.
this is just a guideline. Realize this is a guideline, 14 to 16 ounces. You do want to drink that within an hour because it will start clumping. It'll
Yeah.
start getting thick. And again, not with anything of high temperature. Why do we say that? Because this is living molecules. These are living particles and heat will kill them. So please keep them out of the microwave. Don't use anything hot. You want to use cool. And if you're trying to curb appetite, you can use it around 10 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that will help with that as well and to help maintaining energy.
Thank you for sharing that. Sheila, I was taking a product up until recently that's basically a fiber product, and it was nearly $200 a month. And I was taking it to help me with my weight. And they would say, have it, I think, 10 minutes before you eat or whatever. And I would have it twice a day. $200 a month. And now I just take gut. It's a no-brainer, right?
For 47.
Yes, exactly.
That's amazing. Again,
Yeah.
high frequency whole food, high frequency situation solutions.
Yeah, absolutely. So again,
More people.
glyphosate free, like you've talked about glyphosates and, what you'll love about what we have is it's not genetically modified. There's no fillers, there's no rubbish and nothing in synthetic in our product. And I love that Solx takes this so seriously. They see other products on the market and they see the market being ripped off And they just want to create the best of the best at the lowest possible price. And I love that about them.
Yeah, me too. And I love some of these things like the sesame and the shellfish because people have allergies to that stuff as well. So
Yeah.
they've tried to make it completely clean so that it is usable for everyone. And
Yeah.
you know what? Again, as a practitioner, I thought I was going to go change the world. I was going to heal everybody. You know how many people there on this planet? I'm one
Yeah.
person. I
That's
just
right.
about killed myself thinking I could help everybody. So we
Right.
have to have these simple solutions where people can help themselves, just like our AO scan technology. They can
Yes.
help themselves. I love the youth. And I know Anne Marie's on the call tonight. I did an interview with her because she had such a profound experience at Day of Discovery with just the sample they passed out.
Mhm.
A life, 14 years of chronic inflammation and pain. And literally within a few minutes of taking the sample we were giving, her inflammation she could feel reducing, and her pain from a 12 out of 10 went down to a 2 out of 10. I think for the first time in 14 years since her diagnosis. This is an absolute game changer. How much money are you all spending for some kind of collagen supplement, everybody, because we stop producing naturally what in our 30s, and
Yeah.
collagen is vital for communication and for our connective tissues. I've never ever seen a product where every single form of collagen is in one product. This
Yeah.
is again revolutionary.
Yeah. I have been buying collagen for a long time now, and I've had it for my mom, my husband. Like there's everybody that is really over the age of 30 that I recommend
Yeah.
collagen to. And where I've been buying it from, they have a different collagen for different needs. So if
Yep.
you want good skin and hair and you want that anti-aging effect, then you buy that specific collagen. For my mum, she has the immune collagen because she needs to boost her immune system because her immune system has been affected in the last 4 years, if you know what I'm saying. And then my husband, he has the Life product, and that is specifically for joints. Like he was supposed to have a surgery 4 years ago for a full shoulder reconstruction that was going to cost us over $10,000. And a friend of mine said to me, "Has he tried collagen?" And I said, "No." Within 3 months, he had all the lubrication back in his shoulder. His shoulder was 100% better. He's taken collagen ever since, and he never, ever needed that surgery.
And how much money are you spending on all those collagens?
Oh my gosh. Oh, hundreds of dollars a month. Hundreds.
Yeah. What about 47 for all of them in one product that tastes amazing?
Yeah, exactly. And it's the best one on the market that I've seen. It really is.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So the AGEs, advanced glycation end products, these are harmful compounds formed from sugar mixed with proteins or fats in the blood, and it damages your cells. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide is a vital molecule that decreases with age due to various factors impacting energy production. Collagen, the body's most abundant protein, is essential for maintaining skin elasticity, joint function, bones, muscles, and overall cellular health. You are only as healthy as the health of your cells. Everything goes down to the cellular level. There's
Mm.
no other product on the market that addresses all of the root causes of aging. Competitive solutions address one or two of them and only address related symptoms associated with those root causes. This is another thing people can buy for themselves. They don't have to go to a practitioner.
Yeah.
Renew, rebuild, and embrace your strength with AOU.
This is incredible, this product, Sheila. And as you say, the price point is Solx aren't about making a whole lot of money from supplements. They're about creating the best products on the market and
Yeah.
at an affordable price that people can genuinely afford. Because, if you just look at my family of my mum, my husband, and I, the three of us being on collagen, if I buy the one that they use, like from the same brand, as a minimum, it'll cost us $300 a month. But I have taken other brands of collagen where, including shipping to me, was $240 a month. Like, I have looked at the pricing of what I've been spending It is just and one form of collagen, like absolutely ridiculous.
Yes. It just it makes me sick because again, I'm in the supplement business in my clinic. I have people on lots of different kinds of protocols. These people spend a lot of money. Supplements are expensive. Good quality whole food supplements are expensive. Do they need to be? I don't know. I'm not inside the industry making them myself, but I'm blown away at what Solx is doing compared to what I've had access to at a much lower price and a much higher quality with more things in one bottle. So people,
Yeah.
I mean, my patients are just elated because we have reduced their programs now and they're getting, oh my goodness, they're saving a ton of money and they're
Yeah.
taking way less stuff and they're
Yeah.
getting great results. This is amazing. I can tell you for myself, I have definitely noticed. I've only been on it for what, 2 weeks now. I didn't buy anything while I was there because I was flying and I didn't want to fly a bunch of stuff home. So I've been on for 2 weeks and inflammation in my body because I've got lots of injuries that, they are just chronic pain and I've just grown used to that.
Yeah.
I use the wand, I use all my tools. But I can tell you since I've been taking the youth, which I love to put in the gut because it makes it taste really good,
Yes.
my pain is gone.
Yeah.
All of the pain that I've been suffering with from broken bones, dislocations, those are chronic things. And I just knew that there was a way for my body to heal these things.
Yeah.
And like I said, the protocols in my clinic, when I put people on a bone and joint protocol, it's a lot of stuff and it will rebuild, but I can't take all that stuff. People do, but now they don't have to.
Exactly. Exactly. And here's some of the ingredients as well, just in regards to and what it's going to do for the body, which is amazing. And all 28 collagens. Phenomenal.
Did you know our bodies lose vital functions as we age? Energy fades, wrinkles deepen, joints ache, and strength declines. Keeping AGEs low, NAD plus high, and most importantly, collagen elevated can help you defy aging. As you age, your body needs a constant supply of nutrients which optimize each of these youth-altering markers. Most supplements out there lack key nutrients which target the top root causes of aging. Many alternatives are sourced from low-frequency foods. Low-frequency, over-processed foods can speed up aging, while high-frequency foods help keep you youthful. Introducing AO Youth by Solx, a clinically designed liquid nano, age-defying high-frequency raw food. Packed with nano-collagen peptides, essential electrolytes, amino acids, and our unique health span fusion complex. It boosts energy, promotes youthful skin, strong joints, and optimal health. You'd have to eat a lot of chicken feet, fish skin, and scales, squid, and T-bone steaks to get the equivalent dose found in one serving of AOU. You can boost your body's natural defenses against aging. Reclaim your youth today.
Isn't that amazing? Who wants to eat all that stuff to get what you really need?
No,
I
thank you.
don't.
No way. And it's easy to take, right?
Yeah, it's really easy to take, and you don't have to take it separate. Throw it in there with your gut and take your enzymes. Yeah, it's super easy. Or throw it in your smoothie. It is a strong citrus. It's thick because it is a nano, remember? So it's instantly absorbed right into your system. You don't have to digest it. It just goes right into your bloodstream.
Yeah, and I think just on that for a moment, I would love to just share about how it is the nanopeptides because the word nanotechnology, people get a bit,
Freaked
nanotechnology,
out.
there's a lot of talk about nanotechnology at the moment, but nanotechnology is just the way the product is produced. It's not the ingredient. It's the ingredient that you need to look at. If you're nanoing a nasty ingredient, then it's, a gazillion times more powerful. Yes, that's very, very dangerous. But on the flip side of that, nanotechnology, where you're breaking basically down the molecular structure of the ingredient, all that it does is it makes it more bioavailable. So if you're using a superfood and a good ingredient that's making it more bioavailable to the body, that is an absolute, incredible, incredible thing. It's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, because you're not wasting. That's why it's so like we can take minimal doses. Yeah, the dosing here, I don't know if you understand, but how much we're taking is so small compared to what you take on other programs because it is that nano. It's going right into your bloodstream. You're not losing anything through the digestive process. You get 100% of all of that goodness. So we don't need with other supplements. Do you realize that we have to dose like 80% just to make sure you get what you're supposed to get because so much of it isn't even usable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, completely clean, completely
Yeah.
clean.
There is one thing on here that is not correct, and it says vegan friendly. I need to take that out. Unfortunately, it is not vegan friendly, but it is 100% clean, as you say. You know, there's no fillers, no preservatives, no synthetics, just a really good, clean product. What's next, Dr. Sheila?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about this. And I can tell you my own personal testimony with the AOzymes because again, just like probiotics grouped in that category, enzymes are crucial because we're not getting the fibers, we're not getting all the whole foods, we're not getting, Dr. Bernard Jensen, who was the father of iridology, he was a great naturopath, and his food pyramid wasn't really a pyramid, but he suggested that we have 6 servings of vegetables and 2 servings of fruit every day. Who
Mm,
in the world does that?
yeah.
Nobody.
No.
And so, do you know that that's where you get your enzymes? The body produces some enzymes naturally, but other enzymes require us eating the foods that have them. Well, if we've got genetically modified foods, guess what? They're not in there. If they've been laden with glyphosate and all kinds of other things, they're dead. If you overcook them, they're dead. So we've got multiple kinds of enzymes because maybe someone isn't digesting fats, maybe someone's not digesting proteins, maybe they can't digest carbohydrates, maybe they've got this situation, maybe they've got that situation. We've got an enzyme for this and an enzyme for that. Huh. What if we could have all of them in one bottle so we don't have multiple bottles guessing what we really need? It's
Yeah,
all in here
absolutely.
because you've got to be able to break down your food.
Yes, I agree.
Unleash your food's potential with AOzymes.
Yeah. So, like I said, in my clinic, I have to have, I don't know, what have I got? 5 or 6 different digestive enzyme lines, and I have to muscle test people and find out which one they need based on their situation. Now I don't. I've got one that addresses everything. It's a potent blend of 17 enzymes, bile extracts, and the cofactors.
Mm,
This innovative formula helps to break down proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and the micronutrients supporting food tolerance and the ability to metabolize nutrients. Do you see how that right there is going to improve your gut health and open up those communication pathways? And it's just going to bring overall healing.
yeah. And it makes sense to take a digestive enzyme before eating to help that breaking down of the food as well. And this is safe for people who have had their gallbladder removed and that, right?
Anybody who's had a gallbladder removed, they have to take enzymes anyway because they're missing a very important organ that's part of its job. But do you
Yeah.
realize I thought it was funny when I used to think back about my grandparents, how they always started the meal with a salad. And when I would go to a restaurant, used to, not now, they
Yeah.
always start the meal with a salad. Well, I didn't know what that was about until I got into natural health. That's because that's live living food right there, where you get your enzymes to prepare your gut before you eat everything else you're going to eat. They don't
Yeah.
do that anymore.
Yeah, that's so true. Except for at teppanyaki.
That's true.
Ah,
Oh, these ingredients are just, like I said, revolutionary. I love this blend of proteolytic enzymes, helping your body to process proteins, supporting muscle health. Um, you take as much as you need. So in my clinic, typically we say 1 to 2, depending on what you're eating. If you're eating a mostly raw meal, you're going to take 1. If you're eating processed foods, you're going to want to take 2. But this one, the capsules are smaller than what I'm used to, which I love because my
Yeah.
grandbabies can take these now. But it says you can take 1 to 3, and I'm finding 2 to be my sweet spot. And I can tell you, I really don't have health problems, but I've had this heaviness in my lower gut for several years that just drives me bonkers.
Mm.
Um, and my bowels tend to get off once in a while, and I've used all the great things, but I am loving that heaviness in my gut, in my lower bowel is not there since I've upped my Zymes to 2 and taken my biome before bed with, the rest of the core. I
Yeah.
love AOzymes.
Yeah, me too. And I know that my body needs it because I don't forget to take them. I make sure I make them a priority, you know?
Yeah.
Did you know that as we age, our bodies do not produce the necessary enzymes needed for digestion? This makes us feel uncomfortable, bloated, and sluggish after eating. It also slows our metabolism. Enzymes are essential for breaking down food, but most enzyme supplements on the market fall short. They lack the right combination of enzymes, adequate doses, and soothing ingredients to truly make a difference. Introducing AOzymes by Solx, a clinically designed product with 17 high-frequency enzymes, bile extract, and cofactors to aid digestion and metabolism. Our Tummy Tamer blend also soothes your digestive system, reducing acid reflux, gas, and bloating. AOzymes has more enzymes at a higher dose or a fraction of the cost. You'd have to eat a lot of honey and fermented sauerkraut to only get 2 of the 17 enzymes found in AOzymes. It truly is an unmatched value. Restore your digestion and boost your metabolism. Order now and feel your best after every meal with AOzymes.
$35. That
Yeah.
comes in lower than every enzyme product I use in my clinic with way less than what this has in it. I'm just
Yeah.
blown away. 1 to 3 capsules. If you can do it up to 20 minutes before your meal, that's really going to set your gut up for the best environment when you eat. But I understand, people are like, oh my gosh, I've already started eating. Do I still take them? Yes, take them as soon as you remember. I don't care if you're in the middle of your meal, take them anyway. It is going to make a big difference in the way that your gut is able to break down what you're putting in there.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before where I haven't actually remembered beforehand, but I always remember even if it's during and I take it straight away.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, high frequency whole food situation solutions.
Yeah, unbelievable.
500 plus. Do you realize that is a high vibration? I don't know if there's anything we eat that can be that high.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. And you can see that how it can actually break down everything that you are consuming. And the fact that it has 17 enzymes in it, as you say, your body will use what it needs and take out what it doesn't. So that was something
Absolutely.
that Dr. Jennifer Nelson Hawkes talked about at the conference was how important it was for them to put in more than less because what your body doesn't need, it will just, dispose of.
It's just whole food.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to talk a little bit now about the combination of the gut range with our duo of the AO scanner. So for those of you who are new to hearing any of this information too, our other side of what we do is bioresonance frequency medicine, and that's where we can actually scan the body in real time and see what is going on both physically and emotionally in the body. So to be able to actually see what's going on a daily basis, from minute to minute, moment by moment, in the gut biome, amongst many other things that we have access to be able to do, is so, so powerful. It also shows us what our food sensitivities are on that specific day because your food sensitivities change. It could be something that you're eating too much of that your body can't process any more of, and it will come up on the actual report to say, hey, this is flagging that you probably shouldn't have this for now. For me, with my gut protocol, one thing I haven't kept up with over the years, in all honesty, and I had been a bit hit or miss with, was the digestive enzymes. And it used to come up on my scanner all of the time. But to be honest with you, the price of how much the enzymes were with the other companies that I had seen in those products, it was too expensive. It just wasn't feasible for me to be able to take until I saw this. And then again, it kept coming up in my scanner, it kept coming up on the report. And I thought, do you know what? I know that I need this product. And since I've been taking the enzymes through Solx, it has hardly shown at all. I'm actually mind blown as to how effective these products really are. So the $1 million question is, how much do they cost, right? So yeah, but surprisingly, and I can honestly say this for all four products, this is in US dollars, by the way, is $159 US if you were to buy it as a one-off. But if you do put on a subscription, you're rewarded for doing that just so that and it's for ease. It's not for locking you into anything. You are not locked into any contracts whatsoever. Solx wouldn't do that to you. It's just out of ease. So the products can come to you monthly and it's $144. If you do happen to, and Sheila and I were talking about this a little bit earlier, Sheila, if people do have the frequency technology on their phone or laptop, what does the price come down to if they add it to that per month?
Can you believe that if you put your AO Core on your subscription with your scanner subscription, AO Core is only $120?
Yeah.
That is insane.
I totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. And so this pricing is plus shipping, but depending on where you are in the world will depend on the shipping price, but it's approximately $15 US. So we're just giving you that as an approximate, depending on what country you're in. So it's very, very affordable. This is how my brain works. I love using products, but I would also like to get that, I love sharing. So if you go to a good movie or you go to a good restaurant or even a good masseuse, you want to be able to share with other people how amazing they are. And it's no different with product. If you're utilizing something that's working for you, it's not even about building a business, although that is an option. It really is about just saying, hey, I'm using this and it's working really good for me. I think it would be good for you. Because if you're getting good results and you're standing there talking to someone and they're complaining about brain fog or not being able to sleep or they feel sick in the belly or they can't get rid of the fat around their belly, it's such an easy opportunity to turn around and say, hey, I use this really cool program and I think it might work for you as well. So if you chose to do that, you can pay a one-off fee just once a year of $49 US. And then if you share it, and I've just given the example of if you just shared it with 3 people, let's not go crazy, but just 3 people. So it might be a friend, one might be a family member, one might be a coworker. The price here, $144. Now, if we multiply 0.45, sorry, I've got a dollar sign there. That's not supposed to be there. Times the point value of the product is $45.90. So technically, your reward for sharing that with one friend would be $45.90 US, and that is not as a one-off. Sheila, I was telling you the other day that 300 and something dollars that I spend a month with this other, used to, with this other company, if I recommended, which I did because their products are phenomenal, even though they're a bit overpriced, but I will only ever recommend what works. My reward as a one-off, if I was to refer you to go and buy that gut product over and over every single month, would be $10. I would get a $10, a $10 credit into my account so that the next time I ordered, I would get $10 off. Now, that was it. So if you did that for a year, that company is charging you over $3,500, let's say, if you do that whole gut protocol. And my reward for that $3,500 a year was $10. That's it. Just a one-off. Whereas with us here at Solx, it's month after month. If your friends, family, whoever are continuing this gut protocol, which they will because it works and they'll feel amazing, your reward for each of those people is $45.90. So if we multiplied that by, as I say, just use 3 people as an example, that is $137.70 USD coming back to you every single month. That means that the entire protocol of what you're paying for monthly to heal your body is less than $7 a month.
Just unheard of. Not only do we have the very best comprehensive products here, the most naturally sourced at the lowest prices, but we also get paid ridiculous amounts of money to help empower other people with these. This is insane.
Absolutely. And I know that the Solx do that and are so generous because we are the ones that are sharing. They want to create the best of the best. That is their job. They see as creating incredible products that work for an extremely affordable price, and therefore they reward us accordingly. So if this resonates with you, we invite you to go back to the person that has invited you to the webinar today, whether you're watching it live with us. We thank you for joining, or you're watching the replay. But my question to you is this: are you ready to take control of your health and well-being back? Because let me tell you, if there is one thing that I have learned, nobody is going to do it for you. We must take the reins, make the commitment to healing our own bodies. And as the long-term saying I've heard for so many years says, prevention is better than cure. Do not wait until you get sick. Do not wait until you have dis-ease in the body. Believe me, you are starting on a back foot if you do that. So please take control of your health, whatever that looks like. Dr. Sheila, thank you so much for your time today. I love and appreciate you so much. You're just such a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for letting me share this. This is one of the most exciting things I have ever seen, and we have got to get the word out. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And everyone who has joined the call today or again watching the replay, we want to thank you for your time as well, because we know what it takes an hour of your day is a lot. Like, we totally get that. So we want to thank you for taking the time to invest in your own health. And again, if this resonates with you, which we hope that it does, please go back to the person who has invited you here today. So thank you again. We're going to stop the recording and finish off for the day. So thank you again, everybody, for joining us. So wonderful to have you all here. And we will see you again on the next call.